Hey there, this is Bakari Shabanu with Mac Automation Tips. I'm returning again with part 3 of my series on SuperTab. In the previous series, we talked about how to customize and set up SuperTab on your Mac. Now we're going to kind of go into a little bit more detail, some of the advanced features of SuperTab that you should know about. So definitely stick around and check it out. All right, so here we are in part 3 of a series on SuperTab. And in the last series, I showed you went over how to add rows and how to add different types of elements in those rows, active applications, recent documents, doc items, application windows, etc. So you want to kind of go back to that if you skipped it. You want to come back and check it out. Okay, in this particular one, we're going to add a row, and this time we're going to add active applications. And these are the ones that, of course, the applications that are running on your Mac at the time. Now, it's pretty simple here. That's basically what you can do with it. Is you can just kind of click on these applications and activate them anytime you need them. But there's some other features that you might miss out. You can take your cursor and you can hover over on the left-hand side of the title here. And what it does is it gives you some configurations that you can use. So you can include front application windows only. You can dim hidden applications, so all the applications that are hidden in the background can do that. You can see right now that Screenfloat is the only one in the forefront. Okay, so you can do that if you want to set it up that way. You can kind of go back and say you can keep background applications hidden. You can do that. You can hide all applications except Screenfloat. That's another way. So say that, if you really want to quickly, you have a lot of applications kind of activated, and you want to come in and you want to quickly, hide all those, you can do that. You can also quit applications except for the Finder. So that's another thing you can do. So here, these are just some options that you have, that when you're in a row. Some rows, let me see if I think I have different. Some rows have different options. I'm going to go into this in the next, video and talk about these particular options here. But we're just kind of going to stick with the options of configurations you can use for individual applications. So here now, once you have an application in here, you can have this little cursor here, and let me go over this side over here. So you have a little down triangle, and in that triangle, basically you can click on it, and sometimes it takes a little bit time to come up, depending on how slow your computer is, and mine's is. All right, so here it comes up here, and you have some really good options available for you. You can click to get that application and find it in the Finder. To open it up in the Applications folder. You can open up the Get Info in Finder, the Get Info information, which is really cool. You can have any kind of, if you use tags, I have tags, I really don't use them, but you can assign any kind of tags you have. Most of these tags are from different other applications, but you can assign it. You can also create a hotkey for that application. So I'm not into hotkeys, but if you want to activate an application using the hotkey, you can do that here. Okay, so all right, let's go back here again, and all right, so and then you can hide the if my mail was open, I can hide it that way without having to use the hotkey, or I can hide other applications and keep mail activated, right? And look here, also you have a feature where some applications get other kind of features in this list, so you can start a new mail message from within any application, which is really cool. I'm going to come back to these in a minute here. You can bring windows forward together. You can quit, and you can force quit an application from from within any application. So if I wanted to force quit mail, I don't have, I can just do that. I don't have to use the hotkeys to do it. All right, and then finally, you can talk about if you don't want to show mail in your active applications ever, you can do that. You can, say do not show mail inactive applications, and it will never show up there. So if you have some applications that you never want to show up, or sometimes there's some kind of helper applications that appear in here, and you can just kind of not show them, so you can keep your row pretty clean. Okay, so those are some of the configurations you have. Let me see if there's anything unique for Safari. Nothing really. Let me see. Nothing really unique for Safari. But here's the big thing. This is what I really like about SuperTab. And this feature is a part of other applications, but it's already ingrained in SuperTab, so you don't have to go out and buy, or you don't have to go download a separate application to do this. You can auto ensure that it's always running. If you have applications that you definitely need to keep running throughout the day, you can assign all the time. Now that would mean that if you try to shut down your computer or restart it, that might prevent it from doing so, because SuperTab will keep trying to keep that application open. But I guess if you were to quit SuperTab, then it will quit. It will quit this particular automation here. You can have it stay open between workday hours, right, or weekdays, or weekday evenings, or weekend days. So it's really cool there. I don't really use this because I don't have a particular application that I need to have open all the time. But what I do use is I like to have my applications hide in the background. So you can have it hide immediately. So like when you click away from that application, it would immediately hide. And I do that with iTunes sometimes. I have it so it just immediately hides once I get done using iTunes. Or you can have it hide after 5 seconds, 30 seconds, 2 minutes, or 5 minutes, which is really cool, or never. So it's up to you on that. Another thing is, if I want to have it auto quit after 5 minutes, 30 minutes, or 1 hour, which is also really cool. So I use that a lot for different applications, so it can keep my desktop less cluttered, and it saves me the time from having to manually hide or quit applications. So this is just a really good feature in SuperTab that I use on almost all my applications for various purposes. So really good there. So let's go to customs. This right here this is for active application. Let's go to custom items. And custom items, again, this is the kind of things you can do to customize that row, and the kind of items that you can add to a row. So I'm going to go over this in the next video. So I hope this particular part 3 has been helpful to you. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section below. Appreciate it.